Long ago, in the heart of a mountain-shadowed land, a whisper passed from mother to child, from fire to fire, of a beast that woke only when the earth wept. But this story is not about monsters. It is about a boy and a blade and the choice to fight even when no one else would. Welcome to Fairy Books and Tales. A long time ago, in the heart of the greenest mountains, nestled beneath the shelter of ancient trees, there lay a village so beautiful, even the birds sang sweeter when they flew over it. Children danced in fields. The air smelled of rain and roasted yams, and the forest, though thick and wild, watched over them like a quiet guardian. But beauty does not always protect against hunger, does it? From the shadow of that very forest, one night came Ngaro, the devourer of land, the eater of bone and breath. Ngaro was not a beast of bone and flesh. He was smoke and shadow, claw and chaos. He came down with fire in his breath and hunger in his belly. He came with no warning, no roar, no thunder in the sky. A terrifying many-headed beast known only in fearful whispers. The villagers never saw it coming. With the hunger unmatched and a roar that cracked the heavens, the ogre devoured every living thing. Animals, people, even crops. All fell silent. The once peaceful and full of life village became a hall of bones. But on the outer rim of the village, hidden by the trees, where the river curved and the grass grew taller, lived a widow. She had an infant son, once shunned by the community. Her solitude had become her salvation, because on the night of the terror, the ogre never found her. She survived, and so did the boy. Many months passed. The woman raised her son alone, her heart stitched together with love and sorrow. They lived simply, far from the ruins of the village, but never far from its memory. The boy grew curious. "Mother," he would ask, "why is it always just us?" In response, she would hum a tune, then sing softly. The beast came down from the hills one night, with 7 heads and endless might. It swallowed our kin, our life, our light. We are the echo of that fight. The boy never forgot the melody, nor the promise hidden in his mother's eyes. One day, the ogre could be defeated, and if it was, everyone it had swallowed could return. The boy, now a young man, trained in silence. He watched the patterns of birds, the way animals moved through the forest. He learned how to carve traps. He studied old tales. He began to train. He'd run up hills. He lifted stones. He carved sticks into spears. He listened to the wind, to the water, to the birds. He learned. One day, when he had done enough training to confront the beast, he started working on a trap. That night, the mother told him everything she knew about Ungaro. With that same knowledge, he built 7 itara. These are tall wooden towers arranged in a circle. Why 7? The birds might have asked. Because the beast has 7 heads, he would whisper back. He forged a blade from the iron buried beneath the old village ruins. It glimmered not with magic, but with resolve. And when the sun was high and the wind was quiet, the young man walked to the swamp of echoes, a cursed place where even frogs refused to sing. This, he had learned, was where the ogre now slumbered. He stood at the edge of the murky water and sang the song once his mother sang.
The beast came down from the hills one night.
His voice, though shaky, rippled through the air. From within the depths, a rumble. Then a monstrous ancient voice replied, even before he could finish his song. Who is it that dares wake me up? I have come to end you, the boy shouted. The swamp exploded. Out burst Ngaro, 7 heads hissing and snapping, each eye burning red. The earth shook beneath its weight. The young man ran, but not away. He ran towards the towers. As the ogre lunged, the boy leapt onto the first itara and sliced off the first head. Roaring, the beast swung at him with a massive claw, but he jumped to the next tower. Another head fell. One by one, he danced from tower to tower, blade flashing like lightning. When only one head remained, the ogre groaned weaker, said, "Wait! Spare me, and I shall undo all I've done. Slice off my pinky, and your people shall return." The boy, breathing heavily, did not trust easily, but he looked at the swamp around him, the bubbling waters, the bones that whispered, and with one clean stroke, he severed the ogre's smallest finger. From that finger poured not blood, but light. A warm, blinding glow filled the swamp, and from that light emerged the lost villagers, parents, children, elders, animals, all alive, all confused, but all free. As they gathered around the young man, their eyes wide with awe and recognition, the ogre let out a final groan. Then, with a rumble and a sigh, it crumbled into a stone. The village was rebuilt, not the way it once was, but better, stronger, and people more kinder now. The widow woman was honored. The boy, now a young man, was crowned king, not for his strength, but for his heart and his courage. And every year they sang the same song, not as a lullaby of loss, but as a hymn of hope. The beast came down from the hills one night, where we rose with bladed hearts so bright. You see, courage is a quiet thing. It grows with love, with loss, with the choice to stay standing. So, when you are afraid, remember the boy with his blade and remember that even in ruin, there's always a path home. Thank you for listening to Diary Books and Tales. If this story moved you, share it, comment down below, and come back for more magic.